This is Africa Renaissance TV, and I am Bakari Mane. And seated with me here are men and ladies who are behind an association called Fulbe Africa. Fulbe Africa is celebrating its 10th year anniversary this year. But then, this gentleman and lady would tell us the aims and the objective of the association, as well as the plans and preparation ahead of their 10th year anniversary, which is expected to be celebrated this year. But before we get into the program proper, I would allow these men and lady to introduce themselves. And I will begin that with the gentleman in my immediate right.
I am Malik Jeba, Secretary General Fulbe Africa Association, and I'm happy to be here to speak to Africa Renaissance TV.
Okay, then you can pass the mic to the gentleman on my far left.
Hello viewers, my name is Musa Balde, the Information Public Relations Officer. That's the IPRO of Fulbe Africa, and it's a pleasure being here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ba. Then I will allow the lady also to introduce herself to the viewers.
Hello listeners, I am Maimuna Badbande from the Media Committee. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will start with the gentleman here, the Secretary General of Fulbe Africa Association. We will come into the 10th year anniversary celebration and the preparation ahead of this celebration. But for now, tell us what is the aim and objective of Fulbe Africa.
Thank you so much. Like the name implies, Fulbe Africa, of course, is an association of Fulbe people in the Gambia, and the association that is registered in the country since 2012. Fulbe Africa is a youth-led. When I say youth-led, what I mean is the people that form the association and the people that are running the association all comprise of people who are within the age, the youth age bracket. So Fulbe Africa is also a political, meaning we are not into politics. So the main objective of the association is to promote the Fulani language and also revive the rich culture of the Fulani people, which we believe to some extent is at risk of dying as a result of young people embracing new ideas, new technologies, and new lifestyle and whatsoever. So as young people, we came together to form this association to revive that rich culture, to promote the speaking and learning of this Fulani language, and also among other issues or among other things, to also promote the good cultural practices of the Fulani people.
Okay, we will get into that. We will get into that as the program progresses. So now, can we give the mic to the IPRO of the association? Okay, since the establishment of this association, what has been the campaign to mobilizing people, to participate into the association, especially the people who speak Fula?
Thank you very much. Since the establishment of Fulbe Africa in 2012, we've been engaged in a series of activities that are all geared towards preserving and protecting the culture of the Fulbe people and the language as well. When we talk about the culture, you cannot talk about culture leaving the language behind. So that is key when we talk about Fulbe Africa. We've been having events that is plural literacy workshops. We have that twice, involving different partner associations in the country, where we bring them together, bring resource personnel who are well versed in the plural language and the written style, and then we teach them how to write the language and then how to speak the language as well. Apart from that, also with regards to the literacy program, we've also held, we started our plural teaching workshop, where we will invite people during the weekend to come and learn plural free of charge. We've been doing that over the years. And apart from the literacy part of it, we've been celebrating culture and our tradition yearly. And we have almost all of them in the combos, but 2 we got in the provinces, because when we say Fulbe Africa, it's not just about people who are here.
Indeed.
Yes.
It is not just about people who are here, but then we will come into that.
Thank you.
So let me allow the lady also, the lady in the media for Fulbe Africa Association, to tell us how far has the media, how far has the sensitization in trying to make sure that everybody within the country and outside the country and those that are interested in joining the association, how far have your media team, how is your media
Thank
team
you very
doing
much for that wonderful question.
Mm-hmm.
If you can see, media play a vital role in the country,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it comes to, because of since this anniversary, every year our anniversary, we do sensitize across the country, all radios, community radios, anywhere you go, you'll hear people talking about the anniversary, because of, during that talk shows is where you will see people who are interested to join the Fulbe Africa in the country. So it doesn't stop there. Across the country, all the radio stations are doing this sensitization. And then we are having good impacts.
Quickly, when you say Fulbe Africa, it is not Fulbe Gambia. So, and the association here is in the Gambia here. So, why the name Africa? Is it that Africa, it is diverse?
No, it's diverse. If you hear Africa, it means it's inclusive. Anybody who is a Fula, you are part and parcel of the Fulbe Africa.
So, meaning you have your membership even outside the country?
Yes, we have Nigeria, Sierra Leone that are partners with us. So it doesn't stop only in it's Fulbe Africa, the name.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I guess that is very clear. So now let's get into your 10th year anniversary, because the association started since 2012, and this year is its 10th year, since the establishment of the association. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of the anniversary, tell us what are some of the successes and challenges that you have faced, that you were faced with from 2012 to now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of the celebration.
Well, yeah, of course. You see, establishing an association, a tribal one or a cultural one, is definitely not easy, especially for young people who are just trying to come up with new ideas. Obviously, there are so many associations, Fulbe Association and other associations that were formed and couldn't work as a result of commitment, as a result of not having the finances to sustain those associations. So over the years, we've been challenged with this kind of issues, but then we've always been up to the task of ensuring that the objective that we taxed ourselves when we formed the association remain intact. So despite all the challenges that we've been facing, competition from other associations, the financial challenges, and also the commitment, because we have members who are not only in the combos here, so all the time having to bring them together to engage in activities. It's not only anniversary that we do. There are so many activities that we do within the combos and outside the combos. So having people commitment with time, because most of us are all working in the government sector, in the NGO, in the business community. So we realize that we face challenge in trying to balance the two. Our love for the association, trying to advance it, and also our commitment to work and family issues, and of course financial challenges have always been there.
Yeah, we will come into that. We will come into that. So can you please give the microphone to the IPRO to tell us some of the successes of the association, and how has he, as the mouthpiece of the association, making members feel that it is a very important association that they should come and contribute.
Thank you very much. When we say Fulbe Africa, and then if you see the people behind Fulbe Africa, maybe you may say this is just an organization for young people where they will party and then do certain things, because most of the time the anniversary is the most followed and is the most publicized. But Fulbe Africa have been doing a lot of activities over the years, and then that's why, in fact, we are celebrating the anniversary. If we have not done something, we will not celebrate the anniversary. Like I said, I mentioned the plural literacy stuff that we've been doing, and then we've partnered with international recognized organizations, the likes of ACALAN, the African Academy of Languages, based in Mali, Bamako, is under the AU. And we also partnered with UNESCO, the NCAC of the Gambia. So we partnered with all these very, very key organizations in protecting the culture and the language of people, as well as Tabital Plagu International. I mean, when you talk of cultural organizations, you have to mention Tabital Plagu. We are collaborating with them, and then all other associations in the Gambia, we are working with them. And we do not just do the anniversary. We also invite people from different ethnic groups, because if you say Fulbe Africa, of course it is a Fulani-led organization, but then we work with other organizations as well.
Okay, a quick one there. So when you say Fulbe Africa, the membership, is it only those that are Fullers or those that can speak Fuller are the only one that are, how is membership like?
Yes, once we say Fulbe Africa, it is organization for the Fulbe people. If you are a Fuller, whether you can speak the language or not, you are qualified to join Fulbe Africa. So
But
the
so long you are
organization
not a Fuller, you are not?
no.
Membership is not open to non-Fuller speak.
We can work with other organizations or other people who want to advance culture and languages, but for you to be a bona fide member of the organization, you should be a Fuller. Either your father or your mother, one of your parents have to be a Fuller.
Like for instance, me, I am not a Fuller, but my mother is a Fuller, so I can join the association.
You can claim, because once your mother is a Fuller, you have some Fuller. Like the successes also, we now we go to other countries, and in fact, many people are looking up to us. Like last year in Sierra Leone, they held their festival, the Western Area Fuller Youth Organization, and they asked Fulbe Africa to help them in the planning. How have we been successful? So all these organizations are looking up to us because we've been registering massive progress and then successes. That's why they are looking up to us. We also help in conflict management in the country. Like if Fulbe people have problems, if we are involved, we try and settle.
But we will get into all that.
People and other people.
We will come into. So how much sensitization has been done towards this festival or the celebration that you are yearning to hold? How has it
I
been?
will just back to my previous what I have said. The media, we are playing a vital role that that you cannot match it to anything. Because across all, not online, any other platform that they are Fulbe Africa. Because if you can see the media committee, half of us are journalists. So everybody in your area, you have to advocate for Fulbe Africa. Because of me, I'm working in the provinces, we are Central River region. Where Brikamaba will be talking about this, the Fulbe Africa, and then also even in Basse.
This event that we are talking about, that is the 10th year anniversary. When is it going to take place?
The event is a 2-day event at on the 25th to 26th December 2022 at Qcity.
Okay, now let's hear from the SG to tell us in plans and preparation towards the event. So, who are the invited guests, or what is the mode of the attendance of this event?
Thank you so much. Fulbe Africa is 10 years old. We have a hashtag Fulbe Africa at 10, and also another hashtag in Fuller, Hika Dubi Sapo. So meaning we are celebrating the 10th year anniversary, 10th year success of Fulbe Africa Association in the Gambia. So we are doing this celebration in 2 days. First, on the 25th of December 2022 at Qcity, we are doing a conference. The conference will focus on issues that are affecting Fulani people in the Gambia and beyond. The 26th will be a cultural festival. This cultural festival is a platform, a very big one, in which we will showcase the rich Fulani culture. We are doing this in partnership with so many cultural groups, with so many Fulani cultural artists that are coming in the Gambia and also outside the Gambia. So invitation is open to all. I am sure you'll be very interested to know.
Yes, because it is important that we know whether invitation is open or it is invitation by card or invitation is restricted. But thank God, you've already mentioned that one. So now let's hear from the IPRO, the invited guest, the expected, because he said already that there will be a conference. And then, where there's conference, there are supposed to be people that are invited to come and talk about certain issues. Who are those people?
Yeah, the conference, as the SG have mentioned, is going to be on the 25th at the Qcity Hall. And of course, it is free of charge. It's important that people know this because we want people to come and listen to issues that are affecting us. And we have thematic areas that we are going to discuss on. So with these thematic areas, we have people both within the Gambia and outside the Gambia that we are approaching. Some of this is not yet finalized though. We are still on talks with some of these people, like the president of the Capital Plug International, Lamido Sanusi Lamido. We hope to engage all these people so that they will come and discuss issues affecting Fulbe. We are also going to invite the vice president of Sierra Leone, Alhaji Julde Jallo, and even in the Gambia also, we have key people who have been with us, like Mr. Usman Bah, the director, Regional Educational Directorate, Region 1, and series of other people. The First Lady have been somebody who always attend our event, and of course, we are going to invite her as well. The thematic areas that we are going to discuss on will be on climate change, because we know climate change affects everybody, but it affects the Fulbe people so very, very much.
Okay, we will come into that, the impact that it caused to the Fulbe people. But quickly, SG, can you please tell us how many people are you expected to come outside the Gambia and the areas that they are coming from? Just quickly.
Well, outside the Gambia, we are expecting guests from about 7 countries outside the Gambia. We have strong partnership. We have established very strong partnership with our counterparts in Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Senegal, Ghana, Liberia, Mauritania, just to name a few. So in the Gambia here, we are expecting a very, very record crowd. Over the years, we've been very successful in pulling very big crowds that have earned us a lot of recognition. So you will definitely see thousands of people marching to the Qcity on the 26th of December. By evening, by 4 o'clock, all roads will lead to Qcity.
SG, so now let us take us to the program proper. So what are we expecting on the day of the cultural activity? What are some of the cultural troops that will be highlighted on that particular program on that day?
All right, thank you so much. The name implies it's going to be a cultural program. So definitely we will have display of cultural artifacts of the Fulani people. And also we'll be having very rich cultural display to be done by our partner associations, ranging from the Fula Bantang Cultural Association. We'll also be having some awareness raising on drama, and also we'll be having some speeches from the guest speaker or the likes of Dono Sambate, who is a very, very renowned and respected orator in when it comes to Pular. So definitely
Where is this person from?
He's from Senegal. He was with us in Farafenya last year. So he's also coming. This is as a result of how good and well versed he is. So we'll also be having very other diverse speakers that will be coming outside the Gambia and also in the Gambia. So cultural performances will be there. We'll be having drama, we'll be having poems, recitation of poems, and also we will be having the likes of Monde, who is a very known cultural artist that will come and perform. So aside from that, we also have
this Monday
is from Senegal too. So we also have guest artists who are coming all the way from Guinea, Alpha Jodara, who we all know. These are people, powerful artists, Fulani artists who sing in the Fulani language. And our chief guest artist for this year will be Baba Mal. Baba Mal is a household name in Africa. Baba Mal, anyone who follow Fulani, anyone who follow music will definitely know about Baba Mal. So Baba Mal is a very, very well-respected figure within the Fulani tribe.
Indeed.
So he'll be with us in the celebration as a chief guest artist. So definitely this is going to be very huge because it is the 10th anniversary.
Honorable PRO, so now tell us how far have you gone into that, and then whether you mobilize funds from your members or it is sponsors.
We do mobilization of funds through our membership. Of course, any member is expected to pay an amount of $50 monthly, which is required by constitution. And then, but we do not stop there. We task members to help in the fundraising, and then people who are well off are always coming forward from the membership, participating in these fundraising activities. But apart from that, we also involve our very, very good partners over the years who have been helping us in the aspect of fundraising, companies and then institutions that are renowned in the Gambia. We always go to them to help us in raising this very, very huge amount of money to host this very, very important program. So, but we are still calling on partners. We are calling on individuals, people who definitely love culture, and then they've been seeing what we've been doing over the years to come and support. Because this year it is definitely not going to be easy. Like the previous years, it was free of charge. You are going to enter free of charge from the first year to the 9th year. We've never charged a butut in our festivals because we say calling people, come and see your culture, come and observe, come and enjoy your culture. We do not need to charge people. But this year it is going to change, I'm afraid. But because of the financial crisis, we are left with no other option than to charge tickets. So also this year we are going to charge tickets at the festival, but not at the conference. For the conference is free of charge, but at the festival we are going to charge tickets. And the tickets, it's going to be like this. For young people, children, we are going to charge $100 per ticket. And then adults, before the event, advance is 200, and then at the gate is 300. For VIP, we are charging only 1,000 for VIP. So this is the way the tickets are laid. But for the children, it's 100, whether it's pre or at the gate, you are going to pay that amount. So we are calling on people to help in participating in the finance raising, because it's not easy. Over the years, you've seen we've been doing it free.
Yeah,
this year we involve.
Yeah, so this prompted me to ask. In fact, can you please, what is the NCAC doing to making sure? Have you met with them or the tourism minister? Because this is a cultural matter. So the NCAC is, is the one that is tasked to look into the cultural activities of the country.
Exactly, you are very right. When you talk about culture in the Gambia, it is under the shoulders of the NCAC through the Ministry of Culture, Tourism and Culture. So we've partnered with them as well. NCAC last year we signed a memorandum of understanding whereby we will support each other in terms of reviving our culture. So of course we are hopeful that NCAC will also come to our aid because it is something that is in line with their objectives. And over the years they've been very, very supportive, and we hope that this year it is going to continue as well.
Now let's look at the thematic areas of this festival, because you've made mention that the conference has thematic areas that you intend to dilate on in order to make sensitization. Can you please take us through those thematic areas?
Like every year we have thematic areas that we discuss on, and for the essence of this year, the 10th festival, we are going to look at climate change, we are going to look at entrepreneurship, we are going to look at forced marriage, that is traditional activities that we do which are harmful to our people, and some other issues, and protection of our culture, because that is why Fulbe Africa is formed. But looking at climate change, I know it affects everybody, but I believe it affects the Fulbe people most, if it is not most among the most, because if the Fulbe people are involved in cattle rearing. They are involved in farming as well. These are one of the most valued professions of the Fula people. And climate change affects these areas very, very much. In terms of cattle rearing, if climate change hits, of course we have reduced rainfall, high temperatures. This will definitely affect animal rearing. So this is something that we feel we need to talk to our people about, and then how we are going to mitigate these issues and then live with them, because we know they are here and we are with them. We definitely need to design ways of doing cattle rearing, but in a more advanced way perhaps.
Mr. Piaro, you have mentioned a series of thematic areas that your conference is going to highlight on the day, and then which include some climatic aspect, forced marriage, and can you please just in a brief tell us what are some of those climatic change activities that the cattle rearers engage in, that you believe if you talk to them on that very day, it will change a lot in the climatic.
Thank you very much. Fulbe people hardly go to school, structured schools for that matter, because I believe education does not only stop at the four corners of the classroom. But now things are changing. We were cattle rearers, and of course still now we are known for cattle rearing. But then looking at the world then and now, things have changed completely. Then we have bushes, deep bushes. You have grasses everywhere. Water was abundant. But look at it now, it's quite different. Population growth then was very low. I am not a climate change expert, but these are things that are obvious. If you observe, you definitely see them. So all these things have changed now. Population growth is expanding, even in the Gambia. Then we were less than 1 million. Now we are 2 million plus. So population is increasing, and then as a result, the competition for resources is also increasing. Both human and animals as well. Because when population increase, then animals also increase, people who farm them. So if we are having 100 heads of cows, he is having the same thing, and somebody is having it. Now we will compete for water. We will compete for grasses. So as a result, there will be conflicts, and our animals will keep on suffering. And even it will also push a lot of farmers to stop farming, because we all use the land.
So now what will you do that, will make sure that, the farmers will have, their cattle, properly take care of, and then the environment also is not, affected?
Yes, thank you very much. That's why we are going to invite experts in this field. I am not an expert in climate change. We are going to invite an expert who knows these areas, so that they talk to people,
give
how
them
to
solutions.
how to mitigate climate change.
Very
and
good.
how to
Now let's SJ. Can you talk to us about the other thematic area, that is the forced marriage aspect? Because you mentioned that that is also going to be a center of discussion. So what is the reason for that?
Yeah, we will not only be talking about forced marriage, but also entrepreneurship, which we believe is key in the modern generation. You have to empower young people to take up business, very good business ideas, develop them, start and own their own businesses. So definitely we want also our young girls, our young boys who are coming up to also engage in entrepreneurship.
Yeah, can you tell us the child marriage aspect? Because that is also going to be a center of discussion for the conference.
Yes, it has always been a center of discussion. Yes, a lot of people always argue that child or forced marriage is always very common among the Fulani people. As a result, we've been doing some activities. That's why that also prompted us to also develop a project on the girl child education. So we've developed this project. We've revised it over and over. We've been chasing people and institutions to support us, so that we can go on the campaign that we want to go on. So as a result, we also want to bring in this year too to have a very, very, very detailed discussion on forced marriage in particular, because we also believe that the young Fulani girls also have a right to also go to school. They also have a right to also have a choice on who they want to marry. So as a result, we will definitely continue campaigning for our parents to give our young girls books and pens to go to school, not to give them husbands at that young age. And also, even if it is time for them to get married, they should not be forced, because it's a decision that they need to make.
But the culture, that is a cultural phenomenon. Because looking at it, you are supporting culture, and then one of the cultural phenomenon of the Fulbe, is that when once you reach the age of puberty, the best place for you is to go and marry, in order for you not to bring shame to the society, to the family. So that is a cultural, to me it's a culture.
All right.
So you cannot use culture to fight culture.
Getting married when your age is due is not a problem. But getting married when you are forced to get married to a person that you don't love, that's where the problem is. And
but getting married young, but to a person that you love.
Getting married young, even if it is a person that you love, but in as much as you are below the age bracket of young people, that is a violation of your right as a child. Because we have an anti-early marriage law in this country. This is not a Fulbe Africa law. It's a national law that prohibits marrying someone who is below the age of 18. Anyone that is below the age of 18, whether you are a Fula or non-Fula, you are considered a minor. Because at that time, it is considered the choice that you will make is not an informed choice, not an informed decision. So marrying someone below the age of 18 is considered a violation of the individual right, because you don't have that matured
to make decision for yourself. But then still now,
the worst thing that can happen is to in fact force the individual to get married.
That is definitely a very good step at the right direction, if your organization would definitely want to embark in the sensitization. Absolutely. But sometimes they would also say that our parents will tell us that, I was married when I was 9 years, I was married and nothing happened to me, and then your father married me when he was 18 years and nothing happened to him. Some of these things are things that they would use to convince.
So these are the challenges that you face as if you go on a campaign, because people will try to balance generations. whereas with working for people in the 1970s is not working for people in the 2000s. Do you understand?
Okay,
Our health condition does impact us to
indeed, quickly. But then the entrepreneur aspect, can we dilate just a brief?
very important. We think that is a modern day thing. It's a very thematic way of trying to empower young people, and we believe that our Fulani young people need to venture into business. We know we are also very conversant with business Fulani, but then we want them to have the modern skills to start to be able to write very beautiful business ideas, how to seek for funding, how to start and manage their own businesses.
But when you say business, definitely we will see to it that the number of Fulani we have in the business, especially these corner shops, they are occupied by most of the Fulani. So which business are you talking about? Is it the business that actually will bring millions to their table? Or because these all corner shops businesses and all these bakeries that we have in the Gambia here in particular are owned and controlled by the Fulanis?
Yes, obviously. But then there are other things that people can also try. Do you understand? People can go learn skills, acquire new skills, use those skills to develop and form their own businesses. Do you understand? Just because my father used to own a shop doesn't mean I also have to own a shop. I can go learn, I can go do a poultry training, come back and establish my own poultry farm. Do you understand? I can go and do a catering training, come and open my own restaurant. So these are all new ideas, new things that we want to empower our young Fulani people to also venture into, because we believe it's modern entrepreneurship is key. Very important in the development of young people.
Now, let's look at your publicity. You have done a great work in making sure that everybody knows about the program, and then they know that the program will be on the 26th and the 25th and the 26th of December. So now, when it comes to that very day, how is your relationship with your media relationship with the other media houses? Do you invite them, or it's just?
Yes, we do invite other media houses, because if you see, in any of our anniversaries, we will have iAfrica that will be doing live coverage. So even those who are in the far areas, if they are in the internet, they can get access, and then they will know anything that is going on at Qcity on that day.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, viewers, we will go into a short break, and when we come back, we will also communicate in the Fulbe languages, so that those that can understand the languages, the expected viewership of the participants of the festival would also understand what we have been discussing here in the English language. Yo, assalamu alaikum, musidɓe amen fulɓe, min salmina on ko Africa Renaissance TV ndaroton ndi joni ko min woni musidɓe on Bakary Mane. So miɗo joɗiɗi ɗo members of the association ko Fulbe Africa o innete. So mi landoto ɓe haala ilde maɓɓe ɗe, and after ɓe haala ko hono kafu on woni wadde cultural festival on e nder Gambia he.
Musidɓe fulɓe wonɓe hettade Africa Renaissance TV, ko minen Fulbe Africa naɓe garani on ɗo hitande fof noon e duuɓi 9 jawtu hitande fof miɗen keewi on waɗande aadi, hoɗum woni ɗin aadi hitande fof miɗon keewi on addande ko wiyete festival, ɗum woni hollirde aada e cosaan fulɓe. Hikkane noon aadi ndi men mbaɗatno on ndi min jiiɗi timminde ndin aadi e ballal Allah e moɗon. E hikka Fulbe Africa heeɓi duuɓi 10. nden noon aada e cosaan bo min gowno wadde on aada e cosaan kadi juurete hikka noon koko mawninte puisque ɗum yeeha woni duuɓi 10. kala noon ko yeeha woni duuɓi 10 a tawat ɗum ɓooyi waɗe te kadi ko woni hunde mawnde. So hikka Fulbe Africa waɗa célébrer ko wiyete International Fulbe Cultural Festival.
Okay, so joni okku PRO kankala haala o celebration waɗete ɗo hikka ko hoto watte eto non kala ko hono waɗirte.
A jarama no feewi, on calminama musidɓe hettiɓe e laaroɓe Africa Renaissance TV. Ko minen garani on ɗon no Malik haalirni, ko kulle juuragol mawgol ngol min mbowi ngol wat ko ngol ɗon min gaddani on kadi. Sabu fulɓe mbi sa yi hunde ɓooyi andude Allah e tawa, kono noon gonga kadi hen tawa. Ko ɗum noon taki Fulbe Africa gili fuɗɗi hikka woni duuɓi 10. ɗum taki min mbi duuɓi 10 hikka. Hikka noon min gaddana ko gandanta on peera yi. Ko ɗum ɗon taki kala mo gandanta i jooɗi i hetti hande i laara yo wat feere balɗe 25 e balɗe 26 tawtore Qcity beeli tawa filla noyaka. Ko ɗen balɗe min kepta o programme ñalande folonde ko free, haydara jomum yoɓata. ñalande ɗimmere nde noon hikka woni festival o aada e cosaan o ɗum ɗon yoɓete seeɗa tan beeli ɓen hoɓɓe ɓe gandanta ɓe min gaddata e dépasse mawɗo pawiɗo e juuɗe amen mbo min kori o timmin hikka beeli min mbawa ɗum ɗon timmin saabu min cohlani wiide min ngala jawdi ndi tan min jooɗo min mbiya hikka min mbaɗata ta min mbaɗi on feel ɗum ɗon woni komin cohlani wadde ñalande abbinde hen woni balɗe 26 lewru bowte ndu gonɗen ndu woni lewru décembre min gaddana ɗon festival o jaliɓe mawɓe jaliɓe ŋaraɓe ɓe gandanta ko naneteɓe ko nanetenoɓe te haajo kadi ko jaliɓe mawɓe ɓe tawtorte toon guilandema e jaliɓe ñañeji wano monde en ni wano Ibou Ndiaye Ba en ni yahanma ha Aliou Sana Seydi en ɓen ɗon ko aroɓe e Fula Bantan cultural groupe ɓen fof garat pijana en ha weela min mbaɗat kadi ɗum ko gandanta woni drama woni théâtre uji pour jangguinaɗi yimɓe pamnaɗi yimɓe ɗum ɗon kadi waɗete toon kono wona ɗon tan min potata min gaddat jaliɓe ɓe gandanta on cohluno yiide on cohluno heɗade guili koɓe duuɓi jawtuɗi hikka min gaddat ɗon ɓe ko wayino Babson Baba on gandanta ko Gambia Ousmane Sidibé ɓen fof garat min gaddana on kadi ko wayino Kadja Kande toon to Sénégal ndongo daara ji si wiyama ndongo daara ji enen fof en gandi ngaaluji konngol o tawete toon Alpha yo daara ha Guinée Conakry on nde tawete toon gandi duuɓi jawtuɗi hewɓe mbino kadi gaddon Alpha yo darane te minen noon komi hettotoɓe on ko mbiɗon ko jiɗɗon kala ko ɗum ɗon min mbaɗanta on wadde gande hikka Alpha jo dara kadi arat kono wona ɗon tan min potata jali mo gandanta o hansi innama tan jaliɓe fulɓe mo gandanta innana aduna he foof miɗa andi jootaɗo onon fof oɗon mbiya ko Baba Mal wadde noon ko Baba Mal hikka ko garowo e nder leydi Gambia balɗe 26 ndu lewru ndu gonɗen hande wadde noon hay gototi fillane mbo kala yo wat feere tawtore toto o programme miɗen nodda kadi ɓen ɓe gandanta ko wowɓe min walito yoɓe gar ha joɓe mballitomin saabu hikka ɗumi satti tigui tigui hikka ɗumi satti
yo a jarama no mbiyete mbiɗa yetta yimɓe ɓe fono minen hollirta programme o wondema ta yi kaɗum ta nani media rek ko kamɓe ganduɗa ko kamɓe ɗo halnata yimɓe kibaruji ɗi kaɗum ko minen keeɓa toon Africa e radio e QTV kadi wonat toon e goɓɓe ɓe ganduɗa online no wayno onon tigui on télé mon foof yahat toon hollira yimɓeɓe foof yaltat kala ko ganduɗa ko woni toon rek yaltat komi yiyata ko yimɓeɓe rek saka minen wonɓe ɗo suudu hallugol kibaruji minen fof minen jalta minen wallito Fulbe Africa kaɗum Fulbe Africa ta on ñam ñalande muɗum on ñam a yiyat toon hoorema because aada e cosaan minen jiino maaya goɓɓe ɓe hollirta hoore maɓɓe kono on ñam a yiya yimɓe ɓe tan welti hollirde hoore maɓɓe wondema kamɓe koɓe fulɓe ɗo mbawɗa wonde kala ta yi mbimi o mbimami yo fof enen fof ko haala wota ka jalten no mbawɗen ni jaltirde den kolliren hoore men enen kayen fulɓe ɗo mbawɗen wonde kala kayen fulɓe kadi neɗɗo ta a weltimama ko gonɗa ara ko ɓuuri ɗum welde balɗe 25 e balɗe 26 lewru décembre ɗo neɗɗo wawi wonde kala yaltade te minen kadi liggotoɓe e radio ji e télé ji minen hollirat hikka ko duuɓi sappo hikka duuɓi sappo de foof wawat andude ko hoɗum woni Fulbe Africa hono waɗa ka ɗum na wonde tan ko fitgol e jalgol tan no foɓɓa no ama na ɗum ka nanade yewtereji ɗi ganduɗa nafat ma nafat sukaɓe ma janggo e faɓi janggo kono ɗum andat hunde hewde a andano ɗum hanki e hande a andanno hanki andat ɗum hande kadi e yewtereji ɗi ganduɗa ko haala ko ganduɗa ko nafatama ɗum ala ko waɗat a jotto nana a yiyat yimɓeɓe ganduɗa Alpha Diadara yimɓeɓe no yiɗi mo te yimgol makko ngol kadi na wonde ko haalgol tan kono ko ganduɗa ko jangguinte Baba Male haalaka ko wawta yimɓe radio yimɓe yaltu tan walla Fulbe Africa.
Yes, there is something really important that at Fulbe Africa we respect so much, that is the inclusiveness and also tolerance. This is why we organized the first ever intercultural conference that has been organized in the Gambia here by an association. And also at Fulbe Africa also there is a team that we have that we want to promote, that Pullo Fufko Pullo. That is why in all of our programs we want to ensure, because the Fulani tribe is so diverse, there are a lot of different dialects. So we want to ensure that in any of our programs, all Fulani dialects will see themselves in our programs. So as a result, we also want to send this message to clarify that loving your culture doesn't mean you hate another. So as a result, we also want to encourage other cultural or tribal cultural associations to also take up these initiatives of also sensitizing their people, reviving their culture. So we know they have also interest. This is why when we organize the intercultural conference, when we call over 7 tribal cultural associations answer to our call. We had a conference in which we brought together all the tribes in one room and discuss issues pertaining to tolerance, peaceful coexistence, Do you understand? And security. So these are very, very important issues. So at Fulbe
So-
Africa, we don't discriminate.
Yeah.
We don't feel that we are the only people or the only tribe that is important. We respect, we tolerate the diversity that we have in this country.
So-
Even among ourselves, who we are full as we are different. Do you understand? We have different dialects. So we respect that diversity. And that's why we say pullo fofko pullo, meaning every pullo is a pullo. Do you understand?
Every
Dialects
pullo
are
is a-
different. So this
So-
is a message that I really want to send for our people, for our members to understand, and also the people who are following us, who are non-Fulbe, for them to also understand. And also learn from us, or if they also have their own initiatives, let them continue doing the good job.
min kay mbiɗa jarna yimɓe ɓe fof kala mbawɗo kam hittade yiide on rek ko balɗe nogas joyi e balɗe nogas e jeegom balɗe ɗiɗi e ndu lewru décembre ɗo neɗɗo wawi wonde kala jiiɗo mbimi rek yo on ñam yo haytono jarani ma iwde haajula kata minen wattude minen mbaɗi anniversaire amen fof yimɓe ɓe ummar dula woɗɓe ɓe ara yaha iwa ha basse wulli en ara tawta hikka kadi minen jiɗɗo Qcity heewa teb ha ɗo mbawɗa tuppude boom a wawata tuppude ɗon ko ɗum minen jiiɗi pour ɗum woni neɗɗo ko bonɗa ko a weltanto ɗum mbiɗa jarna yimɓe ɓe fof yo Allah tawni en ko arata balɗe nogas ta hay goto fawaka hay goto fawiraka on jarama no bete
on calminama no feewi no min kaaliranno ni tan ko kulle juuragol fulɓe africa ngol ko ɗum ɗo addunomin ɗo kono nde wonno hunde kala ko waktu waktu o fayda huuɓi wadde noon joni min calmina tan kala mo gandanta i walitanno fulɓe africa gilandema fulɓe africa sosa minen calmina ɓen mawɓe ɓe gandanta ɓe gonduno e amen gilandema fuɗɗode sabu ko sukaɓe cosi ɗum kono mawɓe kollata min lawol ngol wadde min jarniɓe e ɓen wallannoɓe min sengo kalis e ko wayi noon fof min calminiɓe e kadi minen nodda mo kala yo arnoto e ɗe balɗe ɗiɗi balɗe nogas e joyyi e balɗe nogas e jeego ndu lewru bowte ndu gonɗen e tawa on calminama on juurama kadi on jettama kadi noon tigui tigui o hewɓe emin ballanno kono ɓurannoɓe min ɓe wallu e o anniversaire gilandema fayda mo sosa woni Q group ardade on mo gandanta woni Mohamed Dia o min wallanno no betete haajo kadi o min walla minen ɗum calmina minen ɗum juura minen ɗum jetto kame on mo gandanta woni Hamidou Dia Dia Oil ɓen fof emo designs ɓen fof ko wallanno min kadi haajoɓe hen minen on jetta e kala mo gandanta imin wallanno innaka inde min jejitani hay goto kono min mbawata innu inde yimɓe wallanno min ɓe fof wadde onon fof on jettama on jarama min beltima e ballal moɗon he.
Well, viewers, that does it for this program. It was a very fruitful session for me with this gentleman and lady. They are members of the association called Fulbe Africa. As we have heard from them, that the program is going to be on the 25th and on the 26th at Qcity, and everyone is invited. Africa Renaissance TV shall be there to pick up the programs and bring it to the viewership. And that does it for this program. Until I come next in a similar engagement, it was from me, Bakary Mane. Thank you very much.